Vince Gill is a name that commands respect in the music industry. With 22 Grammy Awards, fame, and the admiration of Nashville, he embodies the dream of every artist. However, few know that behind his success is a story of profound personal loss. From the death of his older brother to a heartbreaking divorce and near loss of his own voice, Vince's life has been marked by pain. Now, at 68, he continues to battle health issues, yet his music has remained a beacon for millions. His story is not just one of triumph, but of how music helped him survive his deepest struggles. In this tribute, we explore the life of Vince Gill, an artist who has turned personal tragedy into timeless songs. The Quiet Beginnings. In Norman, Oklahoma, born in the late 1950s in Norman, Oklahoma, Vince Gill's early life was far from the glitz of Nashville. His small hometown was quiet, where music came from living rooms, not grand stages. Vince was raised in a family that valued music deeply. His father, J. Stanley Gill, a strict lawyer by day, became an artist at night, strumming banjo and guitar. His mother, Jareen, was equally musical, playing harmonica and singing. Vince, the youngest of 3 siblings, grew up surrounded by folk songs, music that told stories of love, loss, and everyday life. It wasn't just a pastime for the Gill family, it was the thread that connected them through their struggles. A family full of music and stories. At just 5 years old, Vince was handed his first guitar by his grandmother. The little boy was eager to explore, and his first lesson was Old Shep. From that moment, Vince realized that music was more than something to listen to. It was a means of storytelling. Vince's childhood was marked by family evenings spent listening to the Grand Ole Opry, or the latest rock and roll hits, which sparked in him the idea that music could be both intimate and grand. As he grew, Vince experimented with a variety of instruments, from dobro to fiddle, each offering a new way to express himself. He also learned discipline from his first teacher, J. Julian Atkins, who taught him to respect every note, instilling in Vince the seriousness of music. The first mentor? Vince's brother, Bob. One of the most influential figures in Vince's early life was his half-brother, Bob Cohen, who was 12 years older than Vince. Bob was his first companion on the musical journey, and they spent countless hours together, singing along to the radio and dreaming of bigger stages. Vince recalls Bob as a symbol of freedom and passion, a figure who encouraged him to explore his love for music. The two brothers performed together on a local radio station when Vince was just 8 years old. Though it wasn't a grand stage, it was Vince's first taste of music reaching beyond his own world, with Bob standing by his side. Vince recalls the moment with deep nostalgia, remembering that Bob's presence made him feel unafraid. Tragedy strikes, Bob's accident and its aftermath. In 1967, when Vince was just 10 years old, tragedy struck. Bob, who was only 22, was in a terrible car accident that left him in a coma for 3 months. Although he survived, he was left with severe brain damage. The Bob Vince had known, full of energy, joy, and music, was gone, replaced by a man who struggled with memory loss, pain, and difficulty communicating. This gradual loss etched deep scars into Vince's soul. In 1993, when Bob was 48, he passed away suddenly from complications related to the accident. Vince, now an established artist, found himself shattered by Bob's death. He had lost the brother who had believed in him most, and with his passing, Vince felt a profound emptiness. The struggles of the road to fame. In the early days of his career, Vince faced significant challenges. After leaving Norman, Oklahoma, he headed to Los Angeles in the 1970s, hoping to find success in the music industry. Vince joined a local bluegrass band, Mountain Smoke, but the reality of the profession quickly became clear. Performing in smoky bars with rowdy crowds, Vince had to contend with harsh realities. On one occasion, after being pelted with beer bottles and mocked by the crowd, Vince walked off stage in defiance. "I won't let anyone disrespect my music," he recalled. That moment became a defining one in Vince's career, showing his inner fire and determination to stand up for his music no matter the cost. A turning point with Pure Prairie League. In 1978, Vince joined the country rock band Pure Prairie League. Initially, he played guitar and provided backing vocals, but he soon became the lead singer after replacing Craig Fuller. This marked a pivotal point in his career. The band's 1980 album Feeling Good featured the hit song Let Me Love You Tonight, which became a top 10 hit on Billboard's adult contemporary chart. For the first time, Vince tasted fame. This success led to national tours and increased recognition. However, the band's internal conflicts, particularly over the direction of their music, led to a breakup. Vince left Pure Prairie League in 1982, leaving behind both beautiful memories and lessons about the fragility of success, the struggles of going solo. In 1984, Vince signed with RCA Records and released his debut solo album, The Things That Matter. However, the album didn't make much of an impact, and Vince found himself performing in small clubs, often playing to only a handful of people. The years that followed were filled with uncertainty, and Vince struggled to find his footing in the competitive country music scene. He played session guitar for other artists and worked on his songwriting. His 1987 album, The Way Back Home, produced a minor hit, Cinderella, but still wasn't enough to catapult him to stardom. Vince had to sing to empty chairs, wondering if he had made the right choice. Resilience and the path to success. Despite the struggles, Vince's resilience paid off. Over time, he honed his craft and developed his unique sound, blending bluegrass with contemporary country. His music became more introspective, reflecting his personal experiences with love, loss, and the human condition. Slowly, his audience grew, and he began to find success on his own terms. Vince's perseverance and dedication to his craft ultimately shaped his legacy. He became one of country music's most respected artists, known for his heartfelt songs and unwavering authenticity. His journey is a testament to the power of resilience in the face of adversity. The legacy of Vince Gill. Vince Gill's career has been one of extraordinary resilience. From early losses to struggles in the music industry, he has faced challenges that would have broken many artists. But through it all, his music has remained a constant source of solace and healing, not just for him, but for his audience. Vince's songs are filled with the raw emotion of a man who has lived through pain and emerged stronger. As he continues to perform at 68, his legacy as one of country music's greatest voices is secure. His music is a reminder that even in the darkest moments, there is always hope and strength to be found in the stories we tell through song.